Okay, well, we've shown drones before on this channel, but nothing quite like this. This is a whole new concept in drones. It's very small and light. It's under 250 grams, which is good because it means that you can fly it without a license in many places. It's the Antigravity A1, but it's not just its size and form that is of interest here. It's the fact that if you see at the front there, the lens at the top and the bottom, this is a 360 camera. So this is a whole new way of filming. It's done in a different way as well because you do the whole thing wearing goggles. You don't have a joystick to play with. You've got just this one little trigger that follows your movements. So it's quite intuitive, very easy to fly. So yeah, a very different concept completely. So I'm going to go through exactly what we've got here and why it's going to be a good thing to use. So first of all then, if you're not familiar with 360 camera shots, here are some of the ones that we've had in the episodes before. So these are filmed with a 360 camera on the end of a long pole. I've got a 3-meter long selfie stick, and you can just move that through the air and then reposition the shots later in post-production on the laptop. So all that matters is where you have the camera in space, not where you're pointing it, because it's filming everything. And you can get some great shots with it. Shots that almost look like they're a drone if you do them properly. But what you can't do with those shots, of course, is then fly that drone away. It's always going to be at that 3-meter distance, which it is on the end of this stick. So it would be good to actually mix some of these shots to be able to do some things with this camera, and then get the drone out and do that, you know, the real money shot where you've got something that's in close and coming around something, and then off it goes into the distance and you have this massive vista. So it should make shots like this where you have to fly around a subject and keep that framing right all the time before you fly away. Should make that much easier to do because it's filming everything around it, so you don't have to worry about which way it's pointing. So let's have a quick look at what we've got here then. The drone is pretty much as you expect, little fold out arms and props, with a 360 camera on the front, as we said before. It's got little drop down legs as well that come down as you land automatically to just protect the lens, the bottom of that lens. Don't want that hitting the ground. Battery slots in the usual way, and it comes with a really good charging case with 3 batteries, so that's very useful. Everything else about this drone is completely different. You don't have the handset with the joysticks at all. You steer it just with this. So it's just a little trigger. So you pull the trigger for it to go, and it's going to fly forwards. So you fly it like a plane. You're flying it forwards and turning it either by banking this. There's 2 different modes. You can bank it, or you can just point. There's a little pointer that comes up in your goggles, because the whole time you will be wearing these, which are a very good set of goggles. They're very realistic. It does actually feel like you're up there. You can look around as you do it and see everything around you as you're flying. It's quite amazing. But yeah, so that's on. It does show in the screen at the front as well, so someone else can watch what you're doing in there if you want to do that, and it's all sorts of different modes. I'm not going to go through this as a tutorial. It's quite intuitive. I mean, I just sort of picked it up as I went through it, but if you look online, Jordan Hetrick, I'll put a little link up here, has gone through this in detail, every single little bit. If you are going to buy one of these and you want to go through it, then that's what you do. So before we go out and fly, just want to show you one thing that Jordan didn't put in his beginner's guide, and that's the inbuilt tutorial that you've got actually within this. So you don't actually have to be flying the drone. You can go through and practice the movement. So I think that's a good thing to do before you take it out in the field. So first of all, let's turn all these things on. So it's just a one press and a long press on each of these, on there and on the battery pack for the goggles. And once these will then fire up. So you get some lights and things that happen on the front there. It is touch sensitive, and you can get some you can do some of the menus on here, but you can also do them with this while you're actually looking through them. So I'll do that and show you what I'm seeing. So let's put the goggles on, and you can see we're nicely up in the mountains somewhere. Lakes below us, you can look all around. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So I'm going to pick this up and press the menu, which is the button on the side here, and we've got the 2 modes here. So we'll try both of these modes, free motion and FPV. We're going to start with free motion, and we'll go to flight simulator, press that, and we'll go into the simulation then. So it fires up a little test bed here, and it says ensure the area is clear, which it obviously is. Take the slider up twice, and we will start. Hold it and you'll take off. So now all I'm going to do is press the trigger to fly forward, and I can bank it around. This is like a plane. I think this is probably the most intuitive way in the way you'll do it. So if I want to fly down under the bridge, I'm just going to point down through, come back up. So while I'm doing this, I can look around at what's behind me, what's in any direction if I want to. But remember, you're filming everything. So if, say, I wanted to film this car, I'm going to come alongside that. All I've got to do is fly in front of it. I don't have to then turn the drone around to point at it, because I can do that with the camera later. So the shot I will get is flying backwards and seeing that. I could wait for it to come back past me. And this is sort of the way that you'd film with this. So it's much easier. You're not having to think of how you would position the craft all the way around. You're just trying to put it in the right place in the sky so that it can see the shot that you want. So now I'm going to just do this little thing and fly up here. That's it. So when you're stopped, you can use the little wheel on here, and that will actually just move the drone around in its on its own axis, so it just stays in the right point. So you can sort of line it up to where you want to go. I want to go down here, so I'm going to fly up this little valley. And as I say, it's quite intuitive the way that you fly with this, but it's maybe not the most accurate, which I will show you in a second, because we're going to come up and around this corner, and then look, they've put these little things in that you can fly through. So I'm going to try and fly through them. Oh, got the first one, come down a bit, fly through the second one, that's good, come down, no. Right, you sort of got the line, no. More difficult. Let's try and yeah, it's more difficult flying through tiny gaps in this mode than it is in the other modes. So I'm gonna switch over now and show you that mode. So let's go to free motion mode. So I've got two things on the screen here now. I've got that crosshair, which is where I'm looking, and that's got nothing to do with where I'm flying. This little hexagonal thing here is actually where I'm flying. So I just point this to where I want to fly. So if I want to fly to the lighthouse, I point at the lighthouse and keep going. And that is where it's basically going to go. If I just put it over the top, I know I will fly just over the top of it. But I'm actually going to go and do the same circuit as we did before and see if I have any more luck flying through those things with this. So you can go up the valley, point where you want to go, around there a little bit, I'll stay nice and low. Right, okay, so here we go. So point in the middle of that, and that is where it will fly. Get through, go down a bit, point through the middle, that is where it's fly. Get down, because this has got to be lined up with both of them. Oh, caught the edge. Trying it a bit too fast. That's where it fly. But it is, you can see, I think, much easier to fly through. So yeah, for that sort of precision sort of work, I think this would be a good thing to do. But this, it is amazing, because you can just get yourself in whatever position you want, look around, see what you want to see. I mean, a lot of people say they fly these things just for fun, because it's like you're up there and flying. I mean, I fly to get the pictures, so you know, that's what I'm interested in. So let's have a look. Let's take it out and do it for real. Okay, so let's get ready to fly then. So the goggles, you need to have the aerials up. I'm not going to put them on yet. I think I want to take off actually watching the drone, because that's what I'm used to. You have got a little pass-through button on the side here, which, because there's a lens at the front here that will show you what you're doing if you want to do it that way. But yeah, I think I'll do it like this. So I'll just have a quick look in the goggles first of all, just to make sure everything's okay. If I press the menu button, if if I wanted to change anything. I'm going to start in free motion mode, I think, but yeah, anything else that you wanted to change in here you can do. You've got full control of everything, but that's fine, I think. So let's come off of that and let's take off. So to take off, I'm just going to push that button up twice and the engines will start off, then hold the slider button up and she should take off and go up to about 1.2 meters, I think. The little legs come up, so you can see that she moves side to side now just by twisting, because it's where I'm pointing. It's going to fly to wherever I'm pointing in this particular mode. So yeah, let's put the goggles on. Put the goggles on and let's just go up. Ooh, I'm pointing it up. Go up in the air. Wow. That is amazing. It is just incredible to look through this, because you can obviously look anywhere you want. If you look the other direction to where the drone's going, you get that head-up display, little square box up there. But geez, yeah, it really is like you're flying. I can see why people fly these for fun and doing what you want. You can move around to go where you want. So if I want to fly back to me, point it at me, and it will absolutely fly back to me. The little N down the bottom there means I'm in normal mode. I could put this up, I think it's a sport mode there, so that goes to an S. It's now in sport mode. It'll come back quicker. So yeah, this is great. Wow. And let's bring it down close to me. So if we get close to it like that, you can see turning the little thumb wheel will just move it around on its own axis. Go forward because that's where I'm pointing. Up if I point up, down if I point down. But it will go to where I point with this as I twist it because of the mode I'm in. So I'm going to put my goggles on, press the thing and go to FPV mode instead, which I think, as I said, is going to be my preferred way to do this. So now in FPV mode, you go forward. If I do that, you fly that way. I do that, fly the other way. And to come back, I would have to turn around like that and actually fly back. And to fly down, same thing. I can come down, turn towards me. So yeah, it's very easy. Whoa. Yeah, it's going to take a little bit of messing around with to see what I think is the best mode. And let's see the pass-through mode. So if I double press the side here, I can now, I've got this black and white screen I can see. So I can look around, see if there's anyone around, and see if we can land it. Oh, does it not come down? It doesn't come down, it seems, when it's in this mode. Let's go back out of that mode. Double click. So I'm in this mode. Should come down now. It doesn't let you land it with it on the see-through mode. So yeah, as I say, I think I prefer to do it this way anyway. So let's come through and just bring her down. And she'll just sit there and then go. I think it is worth having, see the little legs come out. Probably worth having one of those pads, definitely, to land it, because little bits of grit and stuff get thrown on it. It's very low to the ground, this one. But yeah, that's really cool. It's just surprisingly good. When you're up and flying, you really do feel like you're up there. So I can see how people would want to do this just for fun, because it is a lot of fun. But yeah, easy to fly, so great. So let's just have a little look. I want to go somewhere where I can really get some fantastic pictures and test out the 360, because that's the reason I want it, is to be able to get those sorts of pictures where you can fast fly around something and do everything in post. Would be really, really good. But while we're here, just have a little go through what's in the head-up display here. So in the bottom left-hand corner there, it's telling me I've got 13 minutes left on my my SD card. I've got 5 hours and 9 minutes on the SD card that's in the goggles, because you can record the head-up display, which I'm doing at the moment as well. And then it's got 81% on the grip and 60% on the goggles and 16% on the drone. So you can see the low battery warning has come up on the right hand side there as well. And then you've got the signal strengths and the amount of satellites that you've got. So I've got 29 satellites, and the signal strengths are both good. They will go yellow if they start to go low, and then red if they're really, really low. And then the whole picture goes black and white, I think, if you're completely out of connection. If you've flown it too far away, you'll lose connection for any reason, and then it's just going to return to home, just fly home. And the other thing you've got, if you look at the goggles there, is you can look back what you've recorded. So that was the last one. I can go on, I can load it, which is really useful to be able to check, you know, in this sort of quality, because if I bring that through, let's just bring it through to a point where we're actually flying, and I can just look around as if to make sure that I got the shot that I wanted for whoa, cool, that's quite disorientating standing here and looking around like that. So yeah, so for this shot, if I wanted a straight down shot, I can say, oh yeah, was I centered over where I wanted to be, or whatever it happened to be that I wanted to get that shot, I can check it. And obviously you can link this up to your mobile phone as well as an app on your phone to be able to take things straight from there. And of course it's 360, so it doesn't matter what format, if you want it 16:9 or 9:16, it's doing both at once. So whatever you export it like you can with any other 360 camera, whichever way around you want. So that's really useful. Okay, so I have been out and done a few more pictures just to show you a little bit of editing. As I said before, you can just do things on your mobile. There's an app for that, and you can just download and do some shots on there. I edit on the laptop, so I'm going to show you what's going on with that. So I actually did do the first edit on this with the Insta360 app, because it's basically an Insta360 camera. It seems to work absolutely fine with that. But there is an Antigravity Studio app. I've got it here, so I'm going to open that. I've already put the card in. So once it's there, I can have a look, and it's pretty much the same as the Insta360 ones, very intuitive. So let's just have a look. I mean, obviously you can do some quite, you know, difficult things with this. You can fly around something, really manipulate the camera as you go around. You need a full tutorial really for all those things with the key points and how to make those things go. I mean, it is quite easy to do, but as I say, it needs at least a whole tutorial on that. So this is just to give you an idea of what is possible and why a 360 camera, you know, is a good thing to have in something like this. So if you take this, for instance, at one stage I flew down just straight along the beach. It's quite a nice shot, and you think, oh yeah, that's nice. And if that was a conventional drone, that's the shot you've got. I mean, you might be able to zoom in a little bit, but that's all you've got. But with this, of course, you can say, I wish I did that filming backwards, flying away, because the way it fits my script would be much better if it was this way around and I was flying down looking back as I went it. Or you might say, I wish I'd filmed it going straight down. So you could actually bring this around and take it down and film it like that, and you're looking straight down at the beach and the sea. And of course you can do a mixture of all of those things. You can have it going there and then panning to come down, and you don't have to fly it 10 times with the drone trying to get that shot exactly right with the pans really are quite difficult, the tilts really, sorry, when you're going down to get something. Sometimes with a conventional drone you're flying quite nicely, and then you try and do the tilt and it's just a bit too fast or jerky, or it stops in the wrong place. It's quite difficult to do. This, of course, you can take your time and you can do it as many times as you want and get it perfect and get really smooth. So that's the sort of beauty of the 360 really, to be able to get all those things. It gives you so many more options. And with this as well, I mean, I like to actually do it all in the app itself, but I edit on Premiere, and in Premiere there is also a little plug-in that you can put from there, and you can edit within Premiere yourself. So if you're editing to music or something like that and you wanted a movement to happen exactly on the music, that might be a good way of doing it. But yeah, opens up lots of possibilities. Really, if it's something that you want to be able to do things you can't do with a normal drone, this might be the drone for you.